Hi everyone, I just picked up this new Bark River Bravo-1. I wanted to do a short review giving you my first impressions, and then later on I'm going to take it out in the woods and we'll do a proper review for you. Alright, so first the weigh-in. The whole package comes in at 331 grams, which is 11.7 ounces. Loose fire steel comes in at 298 grams, 10.5 ounces. The knife itself, 190 grams, 6.7 ounces. Okay, dimensions. Total length 9 inches, which is around 23 centimeters. Blade 4.5 inches long, which is around 11 centimeters. And the blade is 1/4 inch, which is about 6 mil thick. So let's talk about the knife itself first. I went with the maple scales, which, given that I'm living in Canada now, seems appropriate. But you can also get it in micarta or G10, which is a little bit cheaper. The maple is actually sort of middle of the range scale. You can get a much higher quality wood, but that probably cost you another $60 or $70. So the range seems to be between 180 for the micarta and up to 300 for the very, very high quality hardwoods. This one cost me 220 Canadian. Very nice balance. Good, solid, thick, meaty blade, which is going to come in handy for battening and things like that. It has this little thumb grooves, which will give you nice grip and control for carving. Seems to be reasonably sharp out of the box. We'll give it a try in a minute. The attachments of the scales, now you're not going to be able to remove the scales. The rivets have been smoothed down, but they're very smooth, very comfortable. You have a lanyard hole at the end, so you can attach yourself a wrist loop, which I'll probably do at some point. The pommel is curved. I wouldn't necessarily want to start hitting things with it, otherwise you'll knack the end of your knife. So that's one slight drawback, I guess, but this isn't a tool that's really designed for that anyway. But the grip is very comfortable. No obvious hot spots that I can tell. Obviously I haven't really used it that much, so that may change, but so far pretty comfortable. Now it's actually pretty warm today, so my hands are a little bit sweaty, and I'm getting no slippage at all. So yeah, pretty good. Polished stainless steel blade. I dare say that's going to get scuffed up pretty quickly. I don't know if you can see it here in the light, but it's actually got the Bark River Knife and Tool logo laser etched onto the blade. I don't know how much longer that will last. That'll probably come off pretty quickly. But hey, if a knife hasn't been scratched up, then it hasn't seen enough love. That's the way I see it. Alright, so the steel is a variation of A2. It's hardened to 5960 HRC on the Rockwell scale. So let's see how sharp it is out of the box. That's okay. Not brilliant, but not too bad. Before I take it out, obviously I'll sharpen it up properly. But yeah, not too bad. Okay, so obviously we're not going to be doing much cutting paper out in the woods. Let's see what it's like at feathering. Nice and easy to control. Yeah, nice thin shavings. Let's see if you can see on the camera. Yeah, not bad at all actually. And the last cutting test I want to do, paracord. Obviously you'll be doing this quite a lot out in the woods. So let's see. Okay. Not too much pressure required. No sawing at all, so yeah, very impressive. Does the job nicely. So onto the sheath. This leather sheath comes as standard with the wooden scales. If you buy the micarta or the G10, then you get a kydex sheath. But this is the one that I got with mine because obviously I got the maple scales. It's actually pretty good quality considering. You can buy this separately for between $50 and $60. I've seen this online. So, you know, considering the low price, I really wasn't expecting the quality to be that great. I've seen pictures of it online, and it, you know, it looked a bit orangey and a bit cheap, but yeah, it's actually not bad quality. It's a pretty nice design. It's double stitched where it counts. It has obviously has the fire steel loop. Nice big belt loop. It has these holes punched in the back. I guess you can maybe adapt them for a tech lock, or maybe thread paracord through them to make a dangler style belt loop. It has a hole drilled in the end for drainage, which is, you know, pretty nice with a leather sheath. You don't see that too often, especially with the handmade ones nowadays. The fire steel I've got in here is the BCB fireball striker. It fits very comfortably. You obviously don't get it standard with the sheath, although if you get it from the you buy the knife from workwearcanada.com, the place where I got mine, they actually will give you one of these because they're giving them away free with every Bart River at the moment. And I actually can't recommend that company highly enough. They've got very, very good customer service, very responsive. I dealt with them over email while I was buying the knife, back and forth, and they were very, very, very good, very responsive. Yeah, so I can't recommend them highly enough. So the BCB one fits in very, very snugly. I would imagine the Light My Fire type ones does as well. This is made under license, or sorry, I should say, crafted by Sharpshooter Sheath Systems, probably under contract for Bart River Knife and Tool. And you know, considering the budget that they've been given, yeah, it's actually not bad at all. You know, pretty good quality. Obviously, it's not up to the standard of a custom handmade one that you can buy online for a couple of $100. But you know, considering the budget, it's not bad. You know, it'll last you a while. And if you want to go out and buy something a bit more expensive, which you certainly might want to do, considering the quality of the knife, that's up to you. I probably will at some point, but not straight away. So first impressions, I like it. I like it a lot. It's a very nice knife, very good quality, good value for money. It's expensive, but you get what you pay for. Look out for part 2, where we'll take it out in the woods and give it a good hammering.